The setup's what we expected. Everything's here for us. The pitches are good, which is the most important thing. And then obviously looking forward to the game on the weekend. We can't wait to get underway. I think we're preparing right. We're ready, and we'll definitely be ready come kickoff.
Ben?
Yeah, I agree with Hal. Everything that's been set up so far has been perfect for us. All our needs are met here, and all our training facilities have been spot on. So there's no excuses on the preparation front, and it's one that we have to work as hard as we can for the game coming on Saturday.
Yeah, just echoing what the other boys have said. Really, you know, the training base has been brilliant. The hotels, you know, brilliant as well, and all the boys are loving being here. So really focused for the game on Saturday now, and like Hal said, you know, come kick off, we're going to be ready and hoping to have a good result.
Hal, can I ask about your injury? You said last week that you didn't think it was serious, but just an update, please.
Yeah, obviously I've trained back in the last week and the last 2 days since we've been here, feeling good, feeling fresh, and come Saturday I'll be 100%.
Can I ask you, I think we're nicknaming him Joe Lazarus Ledley. Can you just explain what's going on there? A month ago he has a broken leg.
Yeah, obviously it's remarkable. It's a credit to him, it's a credit to the physio staff. But you know, it's great for the squad to have the two Joes and myself back available, because we're going to need everyone.
Question to all three of you. Your manager had a team sheet where none of your names are on it. It was the likes of Pele, Maradona. Just a reaction to, obviously, the England team, Ray Lewington potentially caught with a team sheet in Chantilly yesterday. The mere fact that you're having humour, you're trying to have a laugh. These things good? Having a bit of laugh? You happy with this kind of thing?
To be honest, we haven't really spoken much about it. It's not something we're looking into at all, really. Whoever they play, they're going to have good players coming out on the pitch, and it's down to our manager to pick our team. That's our focus more than anything. But
in terms of humour, you're trying to do things with a laugh. Your manager's clearly having a giggle.
I think he said, you know, even when we selected the training base, he wanted somewhere we could, you know, walk into town, have a coffee, and try and keep it a bit more of a homely atmosphere. And that's just him, obviously, showing his humour, letting his hair down, and he wants that to sort of rub off on the players as well. Like I said, we're allowed to leave the hotel. We're allowed to do our own thing, you know, at the right time. And yes, it shows the sort of relaxed atmosphere we've got in the camp at the moment.
Before I hand over, can I just ask you all three just a question about your experience? Security is such a huge issue at these European Championships for good reason, for all our safety. But from your perspective of players, can you each give us your experience of what it's been like so far at the team hotel? Whether, you know, just give your experience, please, Hal.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. I think you know, the security is visible. There's a presence there for everyone to see, and as players and as staff, I think we all feel safe.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think we've been helped out by everybody that's been around us at all times, and you know, when we've been in the hotel, we haven't been bothered in any way about the security. All the staff there have been superb.
Yeah, like the other two have said, you know, it's been visible, but they've not sort of been in your face. It's not been one of those where you can see it and we have to wait ages for to go anywhere because they've got to get the security right. You know, it's been done properly, but it's been done discreetly as well. And yeah, we can't speak highly enough of the setup at the moment.
Question to Hal, regarding the injury again. Hal, do you feel you're ready to play 90 minutes if selected on Saturday?
Yeah, I think personally, obviously, I'm a fit player. I've got good levels of fitness, and I've been training well the last few weeks. Obviously, picked up a bit of a knock, which you obviously don't want. But having trained the last few days and in the build up to the game, I think I'll be, as I said before, 100% fit.
A lot of football to play in 10 days, 3 games in 10 days. You feel you're ready for that?
Yeah, of course. As I said, I'm a fit player. I know my levels of fitness, and I'll be more than comfortable if called upon to do that.
Next question. Thanks.
Question to all the chaps, really. Dinard, a bit of a long way away from everything else, but is it nice to step away and be able to just walk around?
Yeah, it is. It's been nice. It's, like we said, everything has been set up perfect for us, but we've also been aware of all the hype that's going on around it without it letting us affect us as a group. We've been able to stay together. We haven't been hassled in any way, and everything as it is right now has been great.
Yeah, I think a lot of research obviously went into picking the training base, which they thought was right for us. And like we keep saying so far, it's been second to none, and we're delighted to be here. We're enjoying it, we're training hard, and so far the preparations have gone really well, so hopefully that can continue.
Yeah, same as the other boys. I think being where we are, it allows us to completely focus on our job at hand, and that's putting a performance in come Saturday.
When the fog descends a bit, it's like Wales as well, isn't it?
The weather's not too dissimilar.
Yeah.
It might be a bit warmer though.
So on the conversation of terrorism and the threat, of which everyone's aware, but everyone's feeling very relaxed and very safe here. Your manager said he's had to have some quite difficult conversations with you about some quite realistic conversations. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, I think it's just obviously preparing. You have to prepare for the unexpected, things like fire drills, etc. But yeah, I think the as we've mentioned, the security is on point, and we all feel comfortable.
And can I ask you, Ben, what do you think of the feeling now in the camp after that Sweden result? Is there a real sense that you want to go out and prove something and make a statement?
Yeah, of course there is. You know, it wasn't the result that we were looking for, and it wasn't really the performance either, but it's one that we really have to just put behind us now and come out all guns blazing. We've got something to prove now, where people thought, you know, that we might be cruising going into the tournament. We've had a blip, and it's probably better that it's gone before the tournament than in the first game.
And what's been the key focus? I mean, maybe you can tell us, what's been the key focus on training this week going into this match?
I think probably after the weekend, just sort of getting back to basics almost, you know, making sure that we're doing what we do best, and making sure that's first and foremost in our preparation. And we know we've got the skill and the flair to sort of come afterwards, but it's sort of going back to square one again, making sure we do what this team and what this squad's all about, making sure that comes to the fore in the game, and letting the rest of it sort of take care of itself.
Was it a bit of a dampener?
I think it was disappointing not going into the tournament. It was more disappointing after we had a good week's training in Portugal, a good week's training in Cardiff. We obviously wanted to come into France on the back of a good performance and a good result. The result was always going to be secondary to the performance in the sort of game that it was. In a friendly game like that, it was about the performance, and obviously we didn't perform, which was disappointing, but it's going to have no knock-on effect to the game this Saturday. You know, we're delighted to be here. We've waited a long time to be here, and we're going to make the most of it.
Ben, you have a lot of psychology at Tottenham. How much have they been working with you here on that?
Yeah, we've got Ian Mitchell, who's with us all the time, and he might not be pushy with the way he goes about things, but you can tell subtly that there's a lot of things going on that are getting us prepped for every training session and every game. And the meetings we have, the group discussions we all have, are always come from him, and he gets us all as involved as we can, really.
And how you must just be chomping at the bit, right?
Yeah, of course. I think we're all looking forward to it. It's a new experience for all of us, a major tournament in the summer, but one that we really are relishing. And I think if we apply ourselves correctly and we show the level of commitment that we have in qualifying, I think we'll do well.
We just take one last question before we break up. It's in Welsh for Ben i Abdullah.
Yeah.
Ben, dy'r Sadwrn ddod ddigon buan rwan?
Ie, mae fe'n gêm da ni gyd yn edrych ymlaen i nawr, ac mae rhaid ni'n gweithio galed yn dod lan i'r gêm.
Ac yn bersonol, sut wyt ti'n delio efo nerfa ag ati o ran gêm fwyaf falle dy yrfa di?
Ie, mae'n siŵr bydd hwnna'n yr un peth am lot o boys yn y garfan wrthos yma, ond am nawr, so ni'n credu gormod amdano fe, ond mae'n siŵr pan fydd dydd yn dod bydd y nerfau yna, ond rhaid ni defnyddio nhw i ceisio gael y perfformiad gorau mas o'n hunan.